Hey all, Sebs here again. Just making a guide on creating the new gathering profiles. This is for gathering, mining, botany, and fishing. They can all be set up exactly the same. First thing you will need is an editor, so a notepad editor. I use Notepad++. As you can see, you can have multiple windows open, and it's quite handy if you need to copy stuff to different windows. You can just move them side by side, all that sort of stuff. Very handy. Second thing you'll need to know is where you're going. So this is a list that I use. It's got one for mining, one for botanist, and down further you have the Heavens Ward stuff as well. This will tell you what time it shows up, what the item's called, what slot it's in, and whereabouts you're going. It also has requirements for what you need to actually be able to mine it. You'll also need to know where you want to be. So I'm in the current position that we're going to use, and the reason I've picked this one is because if you look at the radar, you've got existing level 50 nodes. So these were the ones that we don't want to mine. So how we find out what the ID for this one is the unique ID number 2. So when we do our whitelist number, our ID of the unspoiled node isn't going to be number 2. So whatever we put it in as, it'll be 8 or 7 or whatever, we'll find out when it shows up. It won't mine number 2 while it's waiting and then leave. So it's going to specifically wait for our whitelist ID. So in this sort of situation, you will need a whitelist. And so this is what we're going to do. First things first, make sure you're in the right one. It's a mining node, so we're just going to copy one of our existing mining nodes. Just going to paste that in, and we're going to call it a unique number. So it's 1, 2, 3. It would be my next one. It doesn't matter what you call it. It can be in any order. So our radius, this one here. Now our radar zoomed right out is about 150. That's as far as you'll need to know, and that's as far as it can pretty much scan. That's pretty self-explanatory. So if you only want to go within 50 yards, something like that, then you can change it to 50 yards. So this one's going to be nice and close. We'll go to 50 yards. We go 75. The item name, as I said before, is lists. Very handy. So we're after mining, and we're after the grade 3 topsoil. And we're just going to paste that into item 1. Now item 2 you can create just as simple as that, and we're going to do water cluster. And that way if the topsoil isn't there, it will farm the water clusters. Minimum level, extremely important, because as a level 1 you don't want to be coming to an unspoiled node and just waiting forever. So these ones are level 46, so that you can farm them from 46, and the node level is 50. You can put the node level if you want. That's another way of doing it instead of a whitelist. However, because these ones again are level 50, that won't work. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add a whitelist. We're not going to actually put the number in here just yet because we don't know what it is. And we are putting in our map ID, as you can see just here, 140, sorry, negative 154. I'm going to go 40 and 364. Now these don't need to be to the fraction of a millimeter accurate. That's good enough. You can be within 5 or 10 or whatever, because the radius will go straight to it within 75 yards. Priority is true. Yes, it does use stealth. It will only use stealth if there's a hostile within your level range that will attack you, so it's always good to have it on. And reset daily, so it will only farm it once a day. our hours. They're in 24-hour time, and the times are here, so it's 5 a.m. Our minimum hour will be 5. Our maximum hour, we'll just put it as 7. And you can set your skill. Dangerous area. It's good to have it on again. Basically, that will only be in effect if there is like 1,000 mobs gathered around, and if you suddenly drop out of stealth, you will just be swarmed and die straight away. So that's pretty much the only reason you'll need it. It's pretty rare, but it's handy. So now basically what we're going to do is we're going to wait until this node spawns in 4.5 hours, and I will cut to that and show you how to set up the whitelist. Just before the node spawns, just going to show you some certain things you'll need for gathering items such as rares, gardening stuff. It's Toil of the Mountaineer, or there's one for Botanist as well. Basically what it does is it uncovers everything straight away, so you don't need to mine certain slots to find out if something's there. It just uncovers it. It is required for gathering items, so it will uncover it, mine it, and then start mining the other things. So you'll need to create a skill or a skill profile specifically for these. As you can see, I've created one for named Toil. And because this is the node that we're going to be doing, it has a water cluster as well, which has already been uncovered. It will trigger. And just in my skill profile, I've changed it to say Toil, so we'll use that skill profile while we're here. And my other ones have unspoiled. So that's that. That's how you set that up anyway. Alright, so theoretically it should spawn, and hopefully it's just over here. So to find out the unique ID, go into the dev console, open the target menu, and you can see here from whatever you're targeting has a unique ID 276. In this case, our whitelist will be 6. So just in here, whitelist 6, and that's it. Make sure you reload your LUAs. And once that's done, it's refreshed everything you've just changed. Turn it on and see it's chose what task 1, 2, 3. So let's hopefully, it's found a node. It's going to the node. And there we go, there's Toil. And it hasn't actually found. So now it's uncovering. There we go, there's our topsoil. And now because it couldn't find topsoil, there's our clusters. And that's how you set it up. So next I'll show you how to set up an idle location. One for farming shards and one for just sitting in a town idle. So we're just setting up an idle location, obviously here in the city. You don't need much for it. So basically what we're going to do is this is just going to come here whenever it has no active nodes, or you've run out of space in your inventory, that sort of thing. So if it can't farm anything else, it's just going to come here and wait. So the minimum level is 1, so that it works at any level. You can use it on any profile, and you just need your position. What you can also add, if you'd like, is the priority level. So you can grab this one, and you actually want it to be a very, very, very low priority so that it's done absolutely last. And that's pretty much it. That's how you set up an idle location. The last thing I'll show you guys how to do is how to comment out or turn off a section of code. So say you're full on fire clusters, you can always change the whatever you're mining, but you want to comment out this section. Everything below has gone green, so that's an open comment, and to close the comment, and that's it. So that will not work. It's basically just saying the information, as all this stuff up here is as well. it's not actually part of the profile anymore. And of course, to undo it, you just do that. Simple. That's how you turn it on and off. Hopefully there will be an in-game UI, but Ace is a very busy man and he's only one person doing pretty much all of Final Fantasy. So when he gets to it, he gets to it. Please bear with us. It's beyond my skill at the moment, so I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope this explains everything you need to know. Thank you.